Okay, okay, guys, this one is about binary molecular compounds. And so, a binary molecular compound is two different non-metal atoms together in a compound. So, we're going to go from names to formulas here. Formulas to names work in the opposite way as what we're going to show you today, but it's essentially the same kind of process. There's really a straightforward set of rules. We're going to use mono, di, tri, tetra, penta, hexa, hepta, octa, non, and dec for the prefixes. And then all we do then is for the first atom, we use the atom name. And for the second atom, we use the monatomic anion name. And then we apply these prefixes. And the only other rule is that we don't use mon as a prefix for the first atom. And there's going to be some examples of all of these rules as we get through. I've even included a couple of fictitious examples to illustrate a couple of finer points in this. So let's take a look at chlorine dioxide. So chlorine, Cl, and oxide would be O2 minus if we were talking about an anion, but we're not. We're talking about a binary molecular compound. It's just could be a little confusing because we do use the same nomenclature brought back from monatomic ions. So it's Cl and an O, and then we use the prefix for O to tell the reader how many there are, two. Notice we didn't say monochlorine. That's the one little rule that we're not going to do. No using mono for the first atom. Okay, dinitrogen tetroxide. So a nitrogen and an oxygen, and there are two nitrogens and 4 oxygens, so N2O4. Silicon dioxide. So there's a silicon, there's an oxygen, there's 1 silicon, 2 oxygens, so SiO2. Carbon monoxide, 1 of each, carbon monoxide. Then here's this fictitious examples that I wanted to show you guys. Trichlorine pentabromide. So the order of the atoms does matter with the nomenclature. So the chlorine comes first. There's 3 of them. And pentabromide, Br, and there's 5 of them. Now, what I did in this example, Cl3, Br5, and the next one is I just reversed it. So the formula would be Br5Cl3, and I wanted to point out that I wanted to do this fictitious example to point out how the name changed, right? It's not pentabromide trichlorine. In other words, it isn't a literal reversal of these two names. These prefixes are important, right? The atom prefix for the first atom and the ion prefix for the second atom, depending on which atoms come first in the compound formula. Okay, that's it.